Hey y'all, it is Brooke and Danielle from Large Family Homestead. We are taking a walk around back of our house to check on that corn and okra. I personally have not seen it yet, so Brooke said, let's go for a walk and see how it's doing. I'm probably going to hear some little people. They've done all their work for the day and decided to go slip and sliding in the backyard because it is warm here in Texas. So, when did we post the other video, Brooke, about planting?
A few hours ago, but they planted it last week.
Okay, so they planted last week, but the video just went live today. So it's sort of like you're seeing last week and today all at once. So, let's get down here behind the chicken coop and see what we got going on. So, how much corn did they plant?
I think they said 4 rows, but I think they did more than that now.
Okay.
Because you can see it.
Oh, yeah, look at that. We're all ready?
I think some of it has not sprouted yet.
Okay, so.
And then that's okra.
Okay, so let's start with the corn.
A lot more than I thought they were going to do.
1, 2, 3. It looks like 4 rows that are not straight, but perfectly done by young boys.
I think they planted the rest of it. It just was done. It was only done like 2 or 3 days ago, so I think it just hasn't sprouted yet.
And do you remember what, how much corn you have to plant? Because it germinates, or
at least.
In a 10 by 10 area?
This is 10 by 10, I believe. And then they dug this so they could plant okra next to the corn.
And that also looks like it's starting to come up.
Yes, and they did a lot of it. I'm surprised. I thought they were only doing like a few plants.
Yeah, they did
We're gonna
good.
have a lot of okra.
Yeah, that's great.
Mm-hmm. So, looks like we're
So how long does that take? How long does the corn take?
How long? That's a good question.
Before it's ready to go. We have kids crying. They're spraying them with a hose. How long does corn take to be ready for harvest?
I think about 3 months.
3 months? It takes that long? So fall.
That's an educated guess.
So it's like a fall crop.
Yeah.
Okay. And then how about the okra?
That won't be long.
That takes less time?
I think it takes less time.
What variety of okra did we plant?
Clemson spineless. So the kids can harvest it because it's spineless, which is nice. It's a popular variety, so they did a lot of it.
Okay.
We're gonna be canning and pickling a lot of okra, I think.
Yes, definitely. And I personally do not like okra.
How sad.
And I am the odd one out. So there is the okra. They did a fantastic job.
That looks nice.
They did a great job.
It looks like it needs to be thinned out now, though.
It definitely looks like they were going downhill with the corn there a little bit and went on a zigzag now. They're like racing stripes. Hey, you know what? You can't complain about boys wanting to work. So I'm okay with the sideways corn.
They did this all themselves.
Yes, they did a good
I
job.
did not have to help one bit.
What else? Anything new that we have coming up that's exciting? Something looks like it's dead.
Well, okay, so that's the fig cutting, which I'm doing a video on that, and sweet potatoes. But, so I planted it with the leaves. So the leaves are going to die and fall off.
Oh, okay, so that's normal.
It will grow new leaves.
Because it looks a little sad right this minute.
It's the plan is that all the leaves are probably going to fall off, and it will sprout new leaves on its own.
And is there something planted around that?
Not yet.
Those are just weeds.
Sweet potatoes after I clear the weeds.
Okay.
The mulch is doing very little to help with the weeds right now. I think we need a thicker layer.
Okay. But the big news in the Jones home is that you are now a what?
A what?
What are you?
A duck mother?
Okay, well that's more exciting news. But you are graduated and a
certified Texas Master Gardener.
Woohoo! And what would you say that you learned from going to class?
A lot.
What did you learn the most?
What did I learn the most? I think that in a lot of different areas, it's easier to care for the plants as far as helping them survive the summer.
Yeah.
But here, it's just not that easy.
Right.
And last year, we pretty much had no garden over the summer.
Yes.
And I think with everything that I learned, I think I'll be able to keep the plants alive over the summer and hopefully continuing to also produce.
Yes.
And not just
so exciting.
living.
And you've learned a lot about pollinators
Mm-hmm.
and a lot about permaculture and things that you're using in our home. So that's exciting because our garden is flourishing. It really is. All of it. We have several different areas of garden going on.
Most of that tall stuff is weeds.
Yeah, I know, but behind it is a garden.
Behind it is a garden.
Behind that is a garden, yes.
Have you seen the lettuce?
Let's go look at some lettuce. I was just watching Doug and Stacy saying something about you shouldn't buy lettuce anymore because there's something in it, but I didn't get a chance to watch it yet.
So, but real quick, I'm trying to see that right there.
Yeah.
That is a volunteer cucumber.
Oh, from last year?
It must have been. I seen it back there and I was like, look at that.
So last year...
I just need to mention real quick, we don't really weed this bed a lot.
Yes,
We more like just throw mulch on top of the weeds.
Yes.
And then when they come back up, we just throw them.
But I think it's important to mention that last year, these garden beds right here, well, actually it was in the fall maybe?
Everything did great in the fall.
Late summer, we flooded. There was a problem uphill from us. And our garden beds and our chicken coops all flooded. And these raised beds were floating away. It was a very sad day. Anyway, I got to thinking that some of the seeds and small plants may have ended up somewhere else in our property, which now we are seeing that there is a cucumber growing right there. So that makes me think that that's the start of...
There's another one.
That's the start of...
I did not plant one there.
Our food that's going to go where it decides it was going to go. And
These I planted.
we're going to keep it right where it is because we will eat it just fine. We're not going to turn down food. So the boys did a lot of this, digging all this out for you.
Yes, they did. And they put all the logs down and they mulched it. And they keep it.
They do a nice job.
It needs to be mulched again, as I can see, but I'm trying to hold out until the onions are ready to be harvested because I don't want to cover because they're starting to bulb. And I don't want to cover the bulbs.
Yes.
So.
All right. So there will be more coming soon. Lots of gardening projects here this spring. And summer coming up. It feels like summer, doesn't it? If you're in Texas, you know what I mean. There is no real spring. It just sort of becomes summer somehow. So, anything else, Master Gardener?
Nope, I think we just have the lettuce. The zucchini came up. I seen some of the zucchini came up. The only thing that didn't come up that we planted around the trees was watermelon. And Joshua is taking the initiative and starting some inside.
Oh.
So hopefully we have some. If those don't come up, we'll take his seedlings and put them around the trees.
All right. Sounds good.
So everything else we planted around the trees came up.
All right. So what should they do if they want to see more?
Subscribe.
And
hit that notification bell. And like and share. And I think that's it.
Because we're going to hit 700 subscribers, Brooke. What do you think about that? Pretty amazing, huh? Very amazing. The Father in heaven is good. Oh, there's a butterfly. What a great way to end the video. Bye, little butterfly. See you soon.